Hello, the one and only Xylophoney here with another ARK Survival Evolved Dossier, and we have the Ammonite. That's right, Lord Helix is coming to ARK. Now, we have another sea creature, one that's been featured in many fan-made dossiers. So, once again, another one I could have expected, but once again didn't. But this is definitely an obvious choice to see added to the game. Just something like this added into the deep ocean will give it a lot of character. Now, the thing about this guy is, he is only going to be found in the deep ocean and the ocean caves. However, he is also going to be untamable. So you can't catch him, you can't take him home, you can't tame him. You're just going to have to admire him from afar. But he'll have a lot of good resources, obviously, seeing as he has that big thick shell that you can use for keratin, and there's other uses for him. But we'll get into those with the dossier. So right here it says, in the wild, usually found in the deepest parts of the waters around the island, Ammonitina multiamicus has a strange relationship with the other creatures of the deep. It must do something beneficial for them, since every nearby sea creature defends Ammonitina when it is attacked. What this distinct symbiosis is based on, alas, I have not yet discovered. So here's a really interesting thing. Not only do creatures of its own species come to help it, well, in fact they don't, but every other sea creature in the area comes to help this thing. Now why would that be? Why would a sea creature come and risk its life to help the Ammonitina? That is a really big question that I'm afraid the dossier does not answer. As a bottom feeder, I guess it cleans up their environment, and for some odd reason the giant man-eating sharks respect that. You know, when they have a little shellfish cleaning up their cage, it's a lot of respect between them. But it just goes to show how diverse the creatures of ARK can be. Now, up here it says, Ammonitina has also made its way into the deeper parts of underwater caves. Even within these caves, the creature will draw attention if assaulted, making harvesting its resource-rich shell a tricky proposition, depending on what other dangers may be lurking nearby. So up in that picture just above it, we have a man trying to use a pickaxe to harvest. Now, if he is trying to harvest chitin, he should be using an axe, but he's using the pickaxe to try to harvest, and there is what looks to be an Arthropleura sneaking up behind him to defend this guy. So that is very interesting. Now this leaves the question, will these things try to get away from you when you attack them, or will they just curl up in their shell and try to wait it out until other sea creatures come to help them? From this picture, it does look like they'll just try to wait it out, but I guess we'll see what happens when it comes into the game. Since they are very passive, they won't fight back, but I don't see them as a very fast creature, and it doesn't mention anywhere that they're a very fast creature. So, let's see, when domesticated. Like many of the untamable ocean dwellers, Ammonitina still has enough utility to be a valuable hunting target. If a tribe is willing to risk the wrath of nearby would-be protectors, Ammonitina bile can be harvested from its corpse's innards. This bile can be worked over with other chemicals to make powerful concoctions, usually antidotes against the most powerful poisons and illnesses. Its shell, meanwhile, is rich in rare materials, presumably due to the creature's unique place along the island's food chain. Okay, so we got to gather ammonite poop. That is wonderful. I mean, I guess collecting poop is not really bizarre to ARK. It's pretty standard, actually. So, breaking open a shell to gather some of their poop? Nothing wrong with that. We can use this poop to create chemicals and things to help against poisons, such as the megalania poison, which I assume this will be a big part in treating. So that is a cool thing. You can link up some of the dossiers like that, and that's going to be the main resource, and I'm assuming that's with a pickaxe. So alright, guy in the top picture, you win this round. You win this round. But also the rare materials in the shell, it says. I'm curious to see what those are, because obviously chitin is, something that it's going to have, but what else will it have? Something else to make things out of? I don't know, but I guess we'll find out when it comes out into the game. Other than that, I think it's going to be a really cool creature to see. Definitely something to run around farming, probably just when you're riding around on a shark or something, but we'll see. Thank you everyone for watching this. If you have enjoyed, make sure you leave a like on the video and leave a comment on how much you like this guy and what other creatures you would like to see added to the game. Thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you next time.